Who doesn't love a hot, fresh, crispy edged, soft, pillowy inside, dripping chocolate glazed donut? That's what's on the menu today. Hello everyone, welcome back to Catherine's Plates. You know it, I'm going to show you how to make some really easy donuts. We're going to be using some Rhodes rolls for these. Now these are frozen dinner rolls. You just thaw them out and then you have them puff up. We're going to fry them up, make some donuts. Okay, you ready? Let me show you how easy and how delicious and fluffy these are. Okay, we're going to start with a package of Rhodes Thaw, Rise, and Bake dinner rolls. Now these are frozen. They come with 36 in a pack. What we're going to do is thaw these out. I have a sheet pan. I've lined it with some parchment paper, and you want to place the frozen dough balls. Leave about 1.5 to 2 inches between them. Now for this recipe, for each donut, you're going to need 2 of the dough balls. That's for an average sized donut. All right, I'm just going to take some cooking spray. Now I'm using a 100% pure avocado spray. And then when you look in the ingredients, it only shows avocado oil. So it's a really healthy oil. What we're going to do is just take this, just spray the tops of our rolls very lightly. Just a little squirt. We're going to take a sheet of plastic wrap, lay it over the rolls. You just want to make sure they're covering them. Now on this process, it'll take about 3 to 5 hours for them to double up in size. Oh my goodness, look at these. We're going to carefully pull off the plastic. Very carefully. Oh, yeasty. Oh, I love these dinner rolls. Just pop them in the oven like this during dinner time. Oh my goodness, they're so delicious. All right, I'm going to be using a cutting board right here because I'm just going to take 2 of these. We're going to put one on top of the other one. We're going to form them together. And then what you want to do is just take your finger, put it inside the dough, twist, open it, and then we're going to form our donut. And then once we do that, we're going to lay it on another sheet pan lined with some parchment, like that there. We're going to keep doing that until we get these all done. And then just make sure that you give them room as you place them on your sheet pan. So just be careful when you pull it off. That's going to be 1 and 2. And then just put them on top of each other, form it into a nice circle, flatten it out, and then we're just going to put our finger in all the way to the bottom, make a hole, and then lay it on your pan. Now we want to make sure that we give them some room. Now we're not going to be having donut holes. Now I've made fruit kolaches and cream cheese kolaches using Rhodes rolls before, so I'll link that one down below if you want to check that out also. All right, we're just going to spritz each donut with some oil very lightly. We're going to cover these with plastic wrap. We're going to let these sit for 30 minutes to just do a second rise. Okay, so right before the 30 minutes is over, we're going to start heating up our oil, and then I'm going to show you that process. That may have been the slowest 30 minutes of my life. Waiting for these to rise up. Okay, we're going to be taking a very deep skillet. We're going to add a couple of inches of oil to the skillet. Yeah, that looks good right there. We don't need to fill it up. Just go about 1/3 of the way up. We're going to turn this on to a medium-high heat, which is a 350. Start heating up the oil. Now what you're going to need I've got a sheet pan sitting over here, and I have a rack laying on it. That way we can place the donuts on it when they come out. And I've just got a spider scoop here to pull those out with. Now here's my donuts. You can tell they've risen up. Oh yeah. Those look good. Now what I'm going to do, I have a little trick here, especially if you do it on parchment paper. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut the squares. That way we don't touch the donuts. Because if you touch them, they just start deflating, and we don't want to do that. And then when the oil gets hot, we'll just lift it up like that and place it into the oil and then peel off the parchment paper. That way we don't flatten the donut. Now if you put your donuts on a pan that was lined with foil, that's okay also. Just cut your foil. Just put the bottom edge of a wooden utensil down in the bottom of the pot, push down, and if it starts sizzling, that's a good indicator that your oil is hot enough. Okay, so take your square, turn it upside down, and then peel off the paper. Place it upside down, be careful. There we go. We're going to let these fry in the oil for a few minutes on one side. Once they get nice and golden brown on one side, we'll go ahead and flip it over. All right, I'm going to start tipping these over. Look at that color. There we go. I think these are some giant donuts here. I'm going to have to be doing them one at a time. I don't think that's going to hurt anybody's feelings on how big these donuts are. Okay, we're going to give these a few more minutes on one side. Just keep an eye on it. Just peek at it every so often. And then we're going to pull them out and place them onto our rack so we can drain the grease. All right, let's take a peek. You just want these golden brown. Look at that. Yep. All right. Drain the grease. And then we're going to place it on our rack. Now remember, it's got a sheet pan, foil, and then the rack. That'll keep them nice and crispy and not saturate. It'll drain the grease. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, I got my donut. Turn it upside down. Let it fall into the oil. Pull off the paper. There you go. All right, we're going to finish these up. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to decorate them. There you go. Okay, I have a saucepan over medium-low heat. We're going to add 2/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. We'll start heating that up. Now we're going to add 1.5 cups semi-sweet chocolate chips. All right, we're going to stir, then combine until the chocolate chips are melted and nice and smooth. Just keep stirring. Once the chocolate chips are almost melted, you can turn off your heat, and then you can let the residual heat from the pan and the mixture finish melting the rest of the chocolate chips. That way you don't scorch your chocolate. All right, I'm going to take my chocolate, I'm going to drizzle it over the donuts. There's our chocolate covered donut made easy with Rhodes rolls. Look at that. I wanted y'all to see. Look at that. All right, nice and soft and pillowy on the inside, nice and crispy on the outside. Here's my bite. I'm gonna give it a try for you. Wow, that is delicious. It is so kind of spongy on the inside, nice and fluffy, and it's nice and crispy on the outside edges. Oh, it's so delicious. And that chocolate on there, just think that you can ice these with anything you want. So if you want to do just a basic glaze, you can do that also. But why not run them through some chocolate? All right, y'all, comment down below. Let me know how you are going to decorate your own donuts. I made them easy for you. Okay, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.